Dual wielding. Okay, Tomb Raider. Okay.
Tomb Raider.
All right, here we
Yes.
go. Hey guys, Cameron here from PSA, and we're back with another episode of Opening the Archives. We're sitting down here with Jamin, CEO and founder of PSA and JJE, and we're gonna do another episode on pop culture. So Jamin, let's talk about the next gun that we're gonna see for Opening the Archives.
All right, so last one was about the Star Wars guns.
Yep.
So I got another one that's kind of a little bit of a continuation of that, but you got to kind of, I want to see if you know what it is.
Okay.
Okay, so this was, well, first of all, I'll show it to you just looking at it. Do you know what this
Okay.
one is?
This is from John Wayne.
Yeah, it looks like it's something that might come out of a Western, but no, it was used by one of the actors we talked about in the Star Wars movies, used it.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford, okay.
Oh.
So this one, I'll help you out a little bit. So this is a Smith & Wesson hand eject Mark II. And do you remember this scene? Okay, you got the swordsman scene where he's like, if the swordsman runs out and he's like flipping the swords around in Indiana Jones, he's flipping the sword around, he stands there and pulls a pistol out and shoots him. This is that pistol from that.
So this is from Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that is the pistol that Harrison Ford used. And it's kind of cool because we have the Han Solo blaster from Star Wars that he used.
Absolutely.
And then, so we have both of his probably two most famous guns. The thing that's crazy is, you look at the history of that scene, he was actually supposed to get in a sword fight with the guy, but he was sick that day and he didn't feel like sword fighting. It's like, can I shoot him? So he takes his revolver and shoots him, and that's the revolver from that scene.
No way. Wow. So did you have, obviously we just talked about the Star Wars stuff, the last episode. Did you have this in mind, or did it just come up and you're like, I want that?
Okay, so full disclosure, how I found this one. So remember Sam Goodwin that worked for us years ago?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not sure what he's doing now. He moved on, but still friends with him on Facebook. And he posted a link to an auction with that, and he's like, what a cool gun. And I looked at the link, and I was like, oh, we got to have that one. so
you impulse bought.
I impulse bid.
Oh, okay.
It didn't go too bad. It wasn't like a Han Solo blaster, but it wasn't cheap either. And it's a great addition. I feel like it's a great piece of American, pop culture and in history and freedom.
Well, absolutely. I mean, even knowing the backstory behind it, like obviously, like to me as an average person, I didn't know he was sick that day, and that's why he didn't want to do it. And now the story behind
and now the gun behind it is super famous too.
Yeah, that is awesome.
So we'll have this one on display at the Freedom Museum.
Yep.
In Myrtle Beach. All right, I got a couple more.
Okay, what else you got?
We can't just have one.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. That's right.
So these are going to be easy to guess.
Okay.
So, all right. So.
Dual wielding. Okay, Tomb Raider. Okay.
Tomb Raider.
All right, here we go.
So okay. So the funny thing is, these were the lot before the Han Solo blaster. So I was on the phone for hours, right? With the Rock Island auction for the Han Solo blaster because I didn't want to miss out. So I was like, fun. And so these things came up, and I was like, oh, we got to get those too. And so we got these. Those are the original guns that Angelina Jolie used for the Tomb Raider series.
Wow.
And they're real firing guns. Obviously the Han Solo blaster had so much stuff on it, couldn't really fire.
Yeah.
And this other Harrison Ford Tomb Raider gun, it's inoperable. Those are actually still firing gun, which is pretty cool.
Wow. So you were on the website waiting to go.
I was on the phone because I didn't want to take a risk that the hotel internet cuts out. And then someone else ends up with it. So I'm waiting, and it's like I had the catalog, the Rock Island catalog in front of me, and I'm flipping pages, and I was like, well, if the Han Solo blaster's cool, that's got to be cool
and
too.
you didn't want to walk away with nothing, right? So you had
valid points. I like the way you think.
Yeah. You had to have some kind of win for wasting your time on vacation.
And there's a 2-for-1 because that lot had 2.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. So what else you got for us?
Right. So we'll do this one. I think this is going to be a little too obvious, but it's one of the coolest ones.
Okay.
If you liked Han Solo and the blaster and the Stormtrooper blaster, you're going to like this one. You're probably going to guess it right away. This is, to me, one of the most iconic guns. When you take a gun and attach it to a movie, I think you recognize that one.
GoldenEye all day long.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is the actual gun from GoldenEye.
Yeah, 007.
Wow. Now, how did this one come about?
So that one came, there's a auction house, same auction house as it. So when I got this one, Then I started getting emails from the same auction house. And then the guy, because paid a little too much for this one. So then they like knew me by name. So now they actually call me every single auction. They're like, hey, how are you? I'm like, oh, geez, what's coming up for auction?
Yeah.
And they'll call me, and that one was coming up. They're like, we thought you might be of interest of a gun coming up. I'm like, what is it? They emailed to me, oh, yeah, we're of interest on that one.
Oh, the golden gun.
It was just, it's so cool. And, you know, it has, you know, you have the picture of Pierce Brosnan holding it.
Yeah.
Like in the museum, I want like an original movie poster with him holding it, and then it's just going to be on display right by.
Yeah, so obviously this is going to be a section of the museum, right? So there's going to be a pop culture section.
Pop culture section. They'll have the Star Wars guns. It'll have these guns. Of course, it's a celebration, you know, of American freedom in pop culture. But obviously, these won't be the only ones. But this is the next. So probably the most popular section of the pop culture museum is Star Wars stuff, and then you'll have, you know, James Bond. You'll have the other Harrison Ford, of course, the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider guns.
Wow, and you're always obviously looking for more, right?
Always on the hunt.
Yeah, so make sure you guys let us know if you see something else below.
Yeah, no doubt. Or if they have something that they own that they might want to display.
Yeah.
Because I've had people contact me. I would never sell my granddad's whatever and say, well, we wouldn't want to buy it from you because it's your family. Can I display it? And the answer is likely yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, so we can have like a rotating thing like every month.
And we've had
something.
I've gone to other museums and talked to them, and I've seen a gun. And I'm like, wow, that is really cool. And then I'll talk to, you know, the curator, someone who runs it, and he's like, oh, you have a museum? And I'm like, well, we're building one. And he's like, well, let me tell you about the stuff in the back, and they'll show it to me. I'm like, wow. So if anybody has anything, either they interested in selling, we'll potentially buy, or if they have, you know, something that they want to display, we're definitely open to it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So make sure you guys comment below. Let us know if there's something else. And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, man. We're going to be doing these episodes, showing you guys, opening the archive of what's going to be at the museum. Thanks again, Jamin, for coming on.
Appreciate it. Thanks.